Good morning, traders. It is 7:30 a.m. Chicago time, 8:30 Eastern U.S. time on October 31st, 2017. It's a Tuesday. Thanks for joining me again. Derivatives trading involves substantial risk of loss and is not suitable for all investors. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. We just have Q3 employment cost index coming out just now, 0.7 in line. Some numbers out of Canada. The market right now is holding steady, slightly higher. The leader this morning is the Euro Stoxx 50 up 22 points or 0.6%, followed by the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq's up 23.5 points, 23.5 points, trading at 6248, 0.38%, followed by the Russell and the S&P. The S&P is up 4.75 points, 5 points. We are gapping up from yesterday's close in range in value currently. In the S&P 500, the laggards today are the safety assets, gold, the yen, the eurobond, 10-year note, and the bond. The bond is down only 2 ticks. Allocation is to risk this morning after selling off a little bit yesterday. The market ended up playing out pretty well yesterday. Let's hope that continues today. Although, given that it was a down day, it's likely to be an update today. I want to remind everyone again that I will be at the Traders Expo in Vegas on Thursday and Friday, and therefore there will not be a Trader Bite. My flight on Thursday is at 6:30 in the morning. So no chance at a Trader Bite on Thursday or Friday. I'll be speaking Thursday afternoon. And so I won't be available for that. Let's move on to what we expect for today. Looking at the numbers today, we're expecting Case-Shiller at 9 Eastern. That's in about a half hour. For August, expecting 0.4. Chicago PMI comes out at 9:45 Eastern. Chicago PMI is the subscriber numbers, as I always mention, and comes out to subscribers sooner, around 9:41, 9:42. So you might see a move at that time if the number's off before the official release at 9:45. The number for October is expected to be at 60.0, 60.0. And then at 10 o'clock, we also get Consumer Confidence Index for October, expecting 121.2. That's a mover as well. So pay attention to that. I don't see anything else other than the fact that the FOMC meeting starts at 9 this morning. Of course, we're not going to hear anything until tomorrow. The release is tomorrow. Big day tomorrow. So expect some hedging, some movement on coming into the close today. I want to also remind you that it's a German holiday, Reformation Day. Eurex is open. The Euro stocks, as I said, have been moving, but the DAX is closed. The DAX cash is closed as well. So European holiday today in Germany. Here's what we expected yesterday that was discussed at the pre-recorded Trader Bite. Had time for the ES. And the expectation, given where we're opening, we're gapping down from the close below value or below the point of control. The expectation is for the market to open sideways, given that it's a Monday, open sideways and an impulse up to push up to the 77.75 point of control and hold steady there for a P-shaped profile and for the market to set up for another leg up. The next leg up, as I discussed last Friday, we hit the measured move by 2 ticks. The next leg up would take us to 87 once we build the balance up there. The secondary, that did not work out. Secondary hypothesis is for an open auction that later pushes into the point of control and then rolls over and back into balance around the open area, closing at about 72. That didn't quite happen either. I talked about hypo 3, which had a very strong possibility, a push up that gets rejected, and then we moved down, and then our target 68. That's basically what happened. We ended up pushing all the way up to the point of control. So we had a combination of 2 and 3 yesterday, pushed up to the point of control, rolled over, and tested the 2568, which is the MC point of control. The MC point of control, the most traded price in this balance zone is 68. That's basically what we got. Here's what things looked like. So as we push this forward, dot, 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 dot. There we go. Actually, it stops here. So with the market opening basically where it was at the trader bite, we push up, we open in an open auction here sideways, we push up, we miss the point of control by just a tick, and then we get the impulse down right to the MC VPOC. You see that right there, touches the MC VPOC, rotates up, consolidates, and then we get our continuation. So this is your impulse here, impulse, consolidation, continuation, and then a correction starting to form here. Correction higher low, and then now we're trading a little bit higher at 2573 right here. Just a typical, very, very standard pattern on the 15-minute of testing the point of control from above and then starting to work itself back up in the greater trend, the path of least resistance, which has been solidly upwards, and that's where we are. So we extend this MC forward, and we shift our point of control back up to 68. It was actually a little bit lower than 68. Here it is, 67.50. And it's shifting back up to 68. And that sets us up for a consolidation day, and then another leg up is what it looks like. We just got done making new all-time highs, and that's the pattern that we're expecting. The overnight session. Overnight session, of course, with Germany being closed, the powerhouse out of Europe, we get little action. We traded 87,000 contracts, which is around half of what we've been trading recently in the overnight session. We have a double distribution profile. The market opened, consolidated throughout the Asian session, and then just took off after the European Open, took off, and has been consolidating in the upper distribution. So we end up with a double distribution profile with a weak high and a strong acceptance in the 2573 area. However, volume is pretty low. The overnight inventory is mostly long in price and volume. It's not so great. I mean, we really didn't do much in the way of delta here, and so it's just kind of sitting sideways. However, just again caution that the overnight session had very little volume in it. So with that being said, our plan for today, a lot of lines on here. Our plan for today, it's just noisy because of the consolidation that we're in here. Our plans for today, open auction, start to move towards acceptance where we were yesterday. We had a neutral extreme day basically yesterday. We closed near the low on the neutral side. And so I'm expecting this market to take back what it did in the overnight session, then an impulse higher back into the open, consolidation, and then eventually I expect it to push up to 77, 75 once it gets the energy. That's the primary scenario this morning, is a test lower down into the 59 quarter area, consolidate, then start to reverse back to 77, 75. So the way I'm trading it is I'm looking for is the first move down. If the first move is down, then hypo 1 may be in play. And if it is, I'm looking for a spot to sell if I can find one into the 69 and a quarter. If there is some distance, 69 and a quarter down to 68 could touch the point of control again, the MC point of control again. And then once it starts to reach this area, I'm looking for evidence in the order book and the order flow of buyers stepping in to support this level. And then exit, flip, look for a rotation higher, and then I would hold on tight uh, to 25.77, 75 to 25.78. That's what I would be looking for um, in the current scenario. Scenario two, we continue the double distribution higher, the week high. We start to push towards that 78, consolidate. We end up with a double top at the 77 even, consolidate, break through, and then I expect it to hold up here. I'm looking for, on hypo 2, I'm looking for a very fat profile consolidation day, which then leads us on the FOMC to a move out of here. That's scenario 2, is a drift, is a grind upwards to the point of control, and then just a completely balanced profile, boring trade. That's what I'm looking for on the second scenario. Again, I'm going to have to cut this short. I'm going to have to cut this short in the interest of uploading this in time, so I'm not able to cover the Russell. Although the Russell has some pretty cool things to talk about, I just don't have the time with the connection problems from home, the broadband issues from home. I don't have the time to cover those again this morning. But just a reminder, not going to be here Thursday or Friday. I'll be in Vegas. I have to speak at the Traders Expo. Good luck.